Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's Hagbard Celine here with another beautiful video of From an Internet Feminist. Now, she named her video, I am a Meninist. I don't know if all of these people actually realize that Meninism was a joke. It is actually just the other side of the coin where a man made an account where he says almost the same things you say, only about men. And the fact that you hate it is amusing as fuck. It's kind of why they did it. But here we go. Let's start with this young lady in purple lipstick, who I'm sure has a lot to give to the intellectual community. Here we go.
I don't need feminism because I believe that men and women are already equal.
Well, that's because they are.
I don't need feminism because men are the stronger sex.
See, I don't know any MRA or anti-feminist that actually just says that men are quote-unquote the stronger sex. I mean, physically, some men, on average, are stronger than some women, but I've known very physically strong women, and I've known very physically weak men.
I don't need feminism because if a woman was meant to do the job that a man can do, a woman would already be doing it.
Well, that one's kind of true in our society. If you want the job, you can apply for the job, and you can get the job based on your merit and abilities. And yet, for some reason, that doesn't seem enough for you people.
I don't need feminism because I believe in supporting the degradation, exploitation, and abuse of women everywhere.
Yeah, that's why we in the West are arguing against you radfems, because we don't want the people in third world countries to get a hold of this sweet, sweet feminism and have their beautiful patriarchies removed. Yeah, that's exactly how that works.
I don't need feminism because ultimately I hate myself.
Well, I'm assuming you're speaking for quote-unquote Meninist women, of which, if there are any, are again parodying you.
And other women. So I know I started this video out on a very controversial, actually this entire video is going to be controversial.
Yeah, you way exceed the concept of controversial. You're not by any means controversial. You've got a derpy eye right now, but you're not controversial. It's kind of sad. It's funny, but it's kind of sad that you would feel the need to make a whole video bashing a parody group, a group of people that are not.
But I wanted to do a video on why Meninism and female Meninists, or just people, like females who don't support feminism.
Oh, so people who aren't part of your religion. That's really what you're mad at. So this is like when a crazy Christian starts raving about how everyone that does this or believes this or doesn't believe in Christ is inherently a Satanist, right? That's why you use the word Meninist in this, is like Satanist when a Christian uses it. Okay.
Why does it piss me off so much? I know far too
Well, I imagine you're pissed off at just about everything.
many women who own or support Meninism. Like
What?
they own the merch and they support Meninism, or
No, they support making fun of you guys. That's what they're doing, just like me.
they just don't support feminism at all. It really grinds my gears
Grinds my gears. Okay, Peter Griffin.
because just because you don't need feminism does not mean that someone else in the world does it.
And if you, who say you don't need feminism, doesn't subscribe to the Church of Feminism, someone out there won't get any feminism. That's not very nice. That logic doesn't even begin to make sense. Puffy perp. Doesn't even begin to make sense.
And I feel like so many people misunderstand what feminism is supposed to be.
No, we judge it based on its actions. The people who are part of the movement have behaviors. We judge the movement based on those people's behaviors.
Because so many bitter women who just misunderstand what feminism is supposed to be go around saying men are what's wrong with this world, women are better, like are extremists, and that's why people don't.
I love the jump cuts, but it's because you had to jump cut it to make sure you didn't look like a complete lunatic, I imagine. I mean, you're kind of making sense here, and that's making me nervous, but hey, I actually don't watch all these videos. Maybe I'll be proven wrong. Maybe you will convert me over.
Understand what feminism is. I'm coming here to tell you that feminism is not about degrading or devaluing men.
Oh no, you're like a Muslim apologist. You're saying that there are some extremists out there that they have nothing to do with the main movement, but the main movement is still 100% valid, and I value all of the teachings of patriarchy and the concept that women don't get paid as much as men, and yeah, okay. Yeah, now I know what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a Muslim apologist apologize for feminism. How is a movement about empowering women not about making women stronger? Even I'm for that. Why are you not for that?
Women are not better than men. Men are not better than women.
Uh-huh. You're making sense again, dear. You're gonna go off the rails again and continue to make this amusing for us?
Okay, feminism is about proving that males and females are equal.
Well, in many ways we are, and egalitarians believe that. But as it appears you're slowly coming around to realizing, feminists don't.
So that means, to the
Yeah, that was a big pause there.
advantage of females, getting paid equal wages.
You already do.
To the advantage of males, women getting equal sentences in prison.
I appreciate you bringing up that talking point. I'd bet it's probably one of the only ones you know.
For example, if a woman kills someone, she should be put into jail for the same amount of time that a man would be.
Then why are feminists arguing that no woman should ever be jailed ever because it's a different experience for women than it is for men? Do you have an answer for them aside from just no, that's not part of my movement? But they're going to continue saying they're part of your movement and doing these things. You know this, right?
For the same crime. But then again, women should be paid the same wages for the same jobs.
They are, and if they're not, they can get a lawyer and sue their employer for it. But holy shit, this again.
Feminism just isn't just directed towards women.
Yeah, it pretty much is, almost to the raw exclusion of men. What's your point?
Feminism also speaks out about the inequality that men face.
See, she's had to jump cut and she's stuttering through it. She's got nothing off the top of her head. I wonder what she had to Google to figure out some sort of feminist answer for this.
In the sense that they are not taken seriously if they get raped, if they get, stalked, or if they get, anything that would be taken seriously.
And yet you say we live in a patriarchy. Men don't have their serious issues taken seriously, so feminism. Fuck right the fuck off.
If it was a woman who was experiencing the same thing, for some reason people seem to think that women are not capable of murder or rape.
I know, why would feminism spread this shit around?
Like a crime in general, and people need to realize this, that it's not like feminism is not about proving that we're better, it's about proving that we're equal.
Well, that's already the case, and you sitting on here and whinging, frankly, like a girl about poorly studied issues and going off the rails about an actual parody isn't really helping that equality image.
Wish more people understood that, and more women especially did not take feminism as an excuse to try and belittle men.
Well, I appreciate your call for that. I doubt you'll be listened to, but I do appreciate your call for that.
Because that's not the point of it at all. And it just pisses me off. On this side of things, it pisses me off to see women degrading men and also degrading other women.
Oh, I see your real purpose. You're upset because you got attacked for being the wrong kind of feminist by a crazy feminist, huh? Welcome to the ball game, sweetheart. It's only downhill from here.
What are you doing? Do you not love yourself? And then it pisses me off to see women who say that they don't need feminism, or they're a Meninist, they support the Meninism movement.
To piss you off because they know that they have equal rights and are well treated by society, and you are still sitting here saying that you're not and you're being unfairly discriminated against by pay instead of realizing that you simply take lesser jobs and take more time off. I don't even think there's anything wrong with that, but apparently you do.
Because I'm going to find my phone and I'm going to go through a Meninist account and show you why it is not supporting anything decent. It is literally just mocking feminism.
Yes it is. You hit the nail on the head. That's all it's supposed to be doing. It's so easy.
So stupid. Okay, now this is a bad idea. It's basically this Meninist account kind of just turned into one of those typical stupid accounts. Okay.
Oh wow, your example you found out is a non-example. How shocking and amazing that is.
Bad idea. Let's not. But honestly, Meninism and the Meninist accounts and stuff literally
Are all jokes making fun of you, yes.
just mock feminists. They mock women, and it doesn't make sense to me why a woman would support Meninism, because by supporting Meninism, we're not.
Well, mostly because they can take a joke. You see, You see, men are mocked quite openly and quite frequently, and we had to get used to it. It's just now that we're starting to mock feminists, and by and large, the feminist movement is composed of women. But of course, mocking women is verboten, no?
Supporting feminism, just in general. You're literally supporting...
Let me guess, you're about to list awful things that you're supposed to be trying to smear your opponent with, but they're going to be so over the top that not one human being on Earth watching this video could believe that anybody supported that in spite of not supporting feminism.
Sex trafficking and rape and abuse of women everywhere.
Yeah.
Ultimately, you're supporting, like, the degradation of yourself. Why?
Uh-huh. You don't sound anything like someone trying to rise someone else out of the spiritual mire at all.
Why would you do that? I don't understand. Like, genuinely, it concerns me to see...
It concerns me to see you on here yelling about this as though it were real. That's concerning, dear.
women, like, wear Feminist merch and just not support feminism. And like I said earlier, just because you don't need feminism doesn't mean somebody else in the world does it. Like,
Just because you don't need communism doesn't mean that it's not a good thing for the world. Are you trying to take away from the workers?
I am not severely oppressed.
You're not oppressed at all.
But that does not mean that there is not a woman. That does not mean there are millions of women in this world who currently are being sold into sex slavery, sex trafficking, human trafficking. They are being...
What does that have to do with anything you can directly affect in your environment? What is whinging into a camera for YouTube in the Western world going to do for these people? Nothing.
brutally beaten, murdered, raped, just exploited horribly.
And I'm going to use their suffering to get attention. I'm going to use their suffering to gain power. You're disgusting.
But just because I'm not experiencing that does not mean that somebody else isn't. So, you're right, I don't need feminism myself. But somebody else in this world does.
What does that have to do with anything? Again, you are literally stealing the victimhood of people that are actually suffering.
For that person, that woman that can't speak up for herself,
That woman? You mean? Those women or that woman?
I'm gonna do it for her. And that is what feminism is.
That is so brave that you have internalized all of that stuff that has nothing to do with you or the culture you're involved with and then used it to condemn the culture you live in. It's beautiful that you would do that. You're so strong and brave and, oh!
It's not about mocking men. It's not about proving that we're better or we're like the superior sex.
No, just that you're 100% morally superior. I have no idea why that's what the movement's done, but it is.
It is about fighting for those who don't have a voice. It is about proving that we're equal. And
We've already done that here. That has been done here. You have no legs to stand on, and yet here you are.
all aspects, whether it's an advantage to us or not. And if somebody is going to come up to you, claim that they're feminism, and just bitch about men, and talk about how females are the most superior sex, then they're not a feminist.
Listen, if someone goes into a tube and cuts people's heads off and stabs them and screams, "This is for Syria, Allahu Akbar," that is not a Muslim. You ain't no feminist, bruv. Do you see the similarities?
They are not a feminist. Don't get it confused. That's really all I have to say in this video. I feel like I have more to say.
Yeah, I'm not surprised you have more to say. I imagine you always have more to say. I imagine you are a highly unpleasant person to actually try and have a conversation with. That's my guess.
Kind of like the majority of my thoughts, like just whatever. If you don't agree with this, I don't care. I'll probably disable the comments and the ratings. I hope you guys enjoyed the
That is stunning and brave of you as well. Just like most feminist videos, we will have no comments and preferably no rating system. 'Cause you're cowards who have nothing to stand on. You know it. That's why you won't allow people to comment. Because you know that if you allowed a comment section open, people would leave comments that would make people realize you were being foolish.
this video, and if you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel.
No begging. Bad. Bad feminists. Stop begging.
I do enjoy talking about social issues.
You mean social justice. You just know better than to say that now, huh?
I have a voice, I have a platform, I want to use it for the better.
Well, I have a voice, I have a platform, and I want to use it for the better, which is why I'm trying to stop you guys.
Anyways, I'll see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.
Well, that was a lovely experience for us all. I think I actually have found one of the earlier cases of feminist apologism, and she's doing it quite openly, in the same systemic manner that you see Islamic apologists doing it, distancing themselves from extremism and yet professing the same beliefs, professing the same understanding of the text, but saying just not the violent part. Feminists are saying not the part that's about man-hating, but all the people who wander around in man-hate still call themselves feminists. So regardless of whether you want to be associated with it, you are, because that is what the movement has come to be. That's the same problem that people who are Muslims are having. They're in a bit of a conundrum. They know that their text does indeed support a good deal of these shitty things that happen in Islamic-run areas. In the West, however, they have been taught better by the culture that says don't do that. So now they have to edit their books around and change the text. That's the same thing you're trying to do. And just like with Islam, I say go ahead and keep it in the third world. Keep feminism in the third world right now, where it needs to be. Because as it stands, men and women in the West are equal and can do the same things, whatever the fuck they want. That's the reality you live under, and any other narrative that you believe is a deluded concept. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys Wednesday. Have a lovely day.